Hello, Cheapario here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of wireless gameplay on the Nintendo Wii. But first, I wanted to do a little bit of a rant, actually. So, in terms of wanting to play GameCube games on my Wii and buying the Battle GC controller in order to play or experience those retro games, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do that was to be able to experience some of these gems that came out on the GameCube, but be able to experience it wirelessly. One in particular is I used to own this back in the day, but I repurchased this Sonic Gems collection on the Nintendo GameCube. Now, this is not, I think you've seen a number of videos on YouTube ranting on DK Oldies. This is not from that vendor. I actually purchased this from another online video game store for delivery. But in terms of how it was identified, I had seen this in stores, piqued my interest in order to buy Sonic Gems in stores at retro game stores. However, it was about like 65, 70 bucks. And so I wanted to save some money and buy it online. And I did find a vendor that was selling it like new for about 65. Sorry, I was selling it for about 50 bucks shipped. And I was saying to myself, I can save 15, 20 bucks by just buying it online through this video game vendor. And unfortunately, it said like new. And if you're looking at this video, it looks like the packaging is fine. But then you get a closer look, and it is a very poor reproduction in terms of they just printed out an image on a sheet of paper and then slipped it into your standard box. But you may not be able to see it so clearly on the video, but very poor print quality. If it's looking blurry on the video, it's because the actual casing itself is very poor print quality. Again, I'm not going to name the vendor, but very poor print quality. And if it says like new, I would have expected the disc to look a lot better than it does. And once again, you probably can't see the surface scratches on the video. So actually, it's looking good on the video, but there's a number of different scratches as if it had been dropped around, hit around like a hockey puck. Definitely not like new. To me, this is acceptable, this condition of the game. So had I known that they were doing a reproduction, which they didn't identify in the description, I would have just purchased the disc itself. But I do like the boxes. I do like to display the boxes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to display this with the poor quality of how it looks. It looks like a bootleg. Anyway, that kind of flusters me a bit. I always try to do some minor video game collection. I've sold a lot of my collection just because of space and living in a condo, but I do like to buy some more critical items to add to my collection, that especially like Sonic, that is very beloved for me. But this is not something that I really want to see in my collection. I'm still pondering whether I'm going to reach out to the vendor. But my love-hate relationship with video game collecting is becoming more and more kind of a sad experience. There has been kind of times where video game collecting, as far as retro games, has kind of ebbed and flowed and changed over time to being both good and bad experiences. Right now, it's kind of a bad experience in terms of both cost, accessibility, and just kind of seeing if there is options that you don't have to rely on emulation. So we're going to pop this in and see how it plays on the Nintendo Wii and with the wireless Battle GC controller. So I hope you guys enjoy the second half of this video. All right. Okay, so we've got Sonic Gems Collection up and raring to go on the Nintendo Wii. We were playing with our Battle GC controller wirelessly on the Wii and playing this GameCube game. We're going to go ahead and get started. For those that aren't aware, Sonic Gems Collection is not, so to speak, we're not going to create any memory. Okay, continue without saving. Sonic Gems Collection, So as you guys saw, the game does not read on the Wii. So the disc um, with all those scratches that I talked about, makes the game unreadable, doesn't work on my Nintendo Wii. I was ready to play it with my wireless controller, enjoy the Sonic Gems collection, and it's a bust. So I will ask the vendor for a refund or replacement. I'm assuming that they only have one copy and they'll have to give me a refund. But again, one of these bad experiences of many I've had in video game collecting. The main reason I wanted to buy Sonic Gems was for two things: Sonic the Fighters and Sonic R. Now, I do have Sonic the Fighters available through the PS5. If you download the game Lost Judgment, which is another Sega game, they have Sonic the Fighters as an Easter egg. But I caveat that there is kind of a limited availability to Sonic the Fighters because it is an Easter egg within a completely unrelated game. Now, in regards to Sonic R, this is a game that I have emulated on an Android box, unfortunately. It plays well for the most part, but my favorite part of Sonic R is being able to play with the music. And sometimes the music kind of stutters every now and then, and I wanted more of a perfect experience with playing Sonic R. So that's why I bought Sonic Gems Collection. There was a need, there was a purpose, and unfortunately, video game collecting failed me today. So hopefully I can get a replacement for this, hopefully elsewhere with another, hopefully more reputable vendor. Maybe I just need to pay the 15 to 20 bucks more at a better source. So anyway, that does it for me, guys. I hope you kind of enjoyed this learning experience in video game collecting. And until next time, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you again. Bye.